Bertrand Russell, The Problems of Philosophy. In a world teetering between perception and reality, The Problems of Philosophy, by Bertrand Russell shines a light on the foundations of knowledge and existence. This summary distills Russell's exploration of critical philosophical dilemmas, inviting readers to question the very nature of what they perceive and know. From the distinction between appearance and reality to the enduring debate between idealism and realism, Russell's insights challenge conventional wisdom and encourage deeper reflection. Expect a journey through abstract concepts made tangible, like the notion of universals, and an exploration of how these ideas inform our everyday understanding of the world. By diving into these pages, you'll uncover why Russell believes philosophy holds such value, not in the answers it provides, but in the way it prompts us to think, question, and expand our mental horizons beyond the mundanity of daily life.
Exploring reality with Russell. Imagine navigating an era of sweeping social and intellectual transformations. Bertrand Russell, emerging from a distinguished British lineage, became a trailblazer in philosophy, mathematics, and social reform as the Victorian era transitioned into the dynamic 20th century. Educated at the prestigious Cambridge, Russell quickly distinguished himself through his profound understanding of logic and philosophy. His groundbreaking work, Principia Mathematica, co-authored with Alfred North Whitehead, redefined the underpinnings of mathematics during 1910 to 1913. At just 40 years old, Russell penned The Problems of Philosophy, a seminal work amidst a backdrop of philosophical upheaval. With traditional metaphysics under scrutiny by burgeoning ideas in logic and science, Russell, alongside figures like G. E. Moore, spearheaded this intellectual revolution. His book brings detailed philosophical ideas to the masses, unraveling fundamental questions about reality, the boundaries of human knowledge, and the essence of philosophical pursuit. Russell invites readers to ponder the nature of reality, urging them to question the distinction between appearance and actuality. He challenges everyday assumptions, sharpening our understanding of the world. Delving into the limitations of human knowledge, Russell explores the extent of what we can truly know and the pathways through which we gather this knowledge, bridging the classic debate of idealism versus realism with his nuanced perspectives. Russell's discourse on universals delves into abstract concepts, questioning whether they exist independently of specific entities. Through this exploration, his work continues to offer profound insights, influencing philosophical dialogue and thought for generations beyond his own. Russell's visionary ideas illuminate the road to understanding the intricate tapestry of reality and knowledge. Beyond first glance. Imagine sitting at a table, feeling its smooth texture and admiring its deep, rich color, yet, is this table truly what it seems? Bertrand Russell invites a journey beyond surface impressions to explore a classic philosophical conundrum, the relationship between appearance and reality. At a glance, the table appears straightforward, isn't it just a table? However, stepping into Russell's perspective reveals complexities. Move around the table, and its shape appears to morph, adjust the lighting, and its color alters, press against its surface, and you experience resistance. These experiences, Russell argues, are merely sense data, your immediate experiences of color, shape, and texture, each undeniably real and personal, yet they don't represent the table itself. Russell proposes that an independent entity, which scientists might describe in terms of atoms and energy, stands behind these perceptions. You perceive only through your senses, never directly encountering this real table. This distinction holds significant philosophical weight, suggesting that reality as perceived is a construction of the mind, crafted from raw sensory input. Such insights raise thought-provoking questions about the limits of human knowledge and the nature of the physical world. Russell's table, seemingly mundane, becomes a portal into profound philosophical inquiry. It challenges you to scrutinize assumptions about the seemingly solid and reliable world surrounding you. In your daily routine, pause and ponder, how much of what you perceive is merely an appearance? Reality may be far more ingenious and intricate than it first appears. Through this inquiry, Russell nudges you toward a deeper understanding of the spectrum separating perception from reality. Examining knowledge's essence. You're convinced of the sun's rise tomorrow, but have you ever pondered how you know this for sure? Russell encourages a deep dive into the very bedrock of your knowledge. Take the assertion that 2 plus 2 equals 4, a certainty untouched by your encounters in the physical world. This is what Russell terms a priori knowledge, truths discerned independently of experience. Contrast this with knowing water boils at 100 degrees Celsius at sea level. This is empirical knowledge, rooted in observation and experience. But can you be as certain of this as you are of mathematics? Russell unveils how much of our worldly understanding rests on induction, forming general conclusions from specific instances. Having witnessed countless sunrises, you naturally anticipate another tomorrow. Yet, this expectation isn't unshakably guaranteed, a conundrum known as the problem of induction. Russell compels you to question how we can validate beliefs about the unseen based on observed events, striking at the core of scientific reasoning in daily understanding. While no simple answer is offered, he emphasizes recognizing different knowledge types and their certainty levels. Some truths, particularly in mathematics and logic, offer absolute assurance. In contrast, much of what we know about the physical world carries varying probability levels. Rather than fostering doubt, this invites a richer understanding of your beliefs and the evidence they stand on. Without philosophy's scrutiny, one risks confinement by the prejudices and habitual convictions of one's era. By challenging the foundations of knowledge, you release yourself from assumptions and open doors to new concepts, better equipping yourself for the world's intricacies. The reality debate. Imagine a tree falling in a silent forest. Does it create a sound if no one hears it? This age-old riddle cuts to the essence of the philosophical tug-of-war between idealism and realism. Idealism, championed by thinkers like George Berkeley, posits that reality is a construct of our minds. In this view, your perception is the entire forest, nothing exists beyond what you experience. Berkeley famously said, "To be is to be perceived," suggesting that without being observed, reality fades into non-existence. It's a perplexing thought: does the forest vanish when you walk away? Contrastingly, philosopher Bertrand Russell entertains another perspective. He challenges you to prove the forest persists outside your consciousness, leading to profound considerations. Despite acknowledging the difficulty of disproving idealism, Russell favors realism, proposing that an independent, physical reality underpins our perceptions. According to this belief, the falling tree makes a sound, regardless of an audience. Reality, in Russell's view, exists separately and distinctly from our sensory experiences, retaining its existence when unobserved. This discourse isn't merely theoretical. The implications of realism go beyond philosophy into the realm of science. Realism rests on the assumption of a consistent, objective world that's independent of our thoughts, forming the foundation of scientific inquiry. It aligns with our intuitive sense that the world continues even when we aren't looking. As you navigate daily life, ask yourself whether you are crafting the world with your mind or unveiling an autonomous reality. Are these red apples just in your mind, or do they exist regardless of your perception? These reflections invite a deeper exploration of the very essence of existence and our interaction with it. Understanding universals. Imagine an apple and a rose, distinct objects sharing the vibrant quality of redness. This shared attribute exemplifies what Bertrand Russell defines as a universal. Universals are the common properties or qualities that link individual objects, known as particulars, such as redness, roundness, and sweetness. Russell, in The Problems of Philosophy, delves into the profound discussion of universals and their integral connection to particulars. These universals are essential to comprehending and communicating about our world. When asserting that all roses are red, you reference not just specific roses but the universal concept of roseness intertwined with redness. Universals enable us to learn and understand new experiences, like describing an unfamiliar fruit as round like an apple or purple like a plum. Russell modernizes the idea, inspired by Plato's theory of forms, proposing that universals are real but abstract entities existing beyond space and time. This perspective challenges traditional notions of idealism and materialism, positing that universals are neither mere mental constructs nor physical entities. Instead, they form a unique layer of reality vital for grasping the intricacies of our world. To Russell, exploring the nature of universals is central to philosophy, crucial for decoding how we think and articulate our experience. Expanding intellectual horizons. Imagine your life confined within the bounds of a small village, your perspective limited to what lies immediately before you. Then, one day, you ascend a nearby hill and the world opens up, revealing vast possibilities. That transformative shift in perspective is what Bertrand Russell believes philosophy offers the mind. Philosophy, according to Russell, is not about finding absolute answers, but about expanding one's intellectual domain beyond routine confines, much like standing on that hilltop. It liberates the mind from the grip of tradition and encourages the development of critical thinking that enriches everyday life. Russell argues that tackling philosophical problems hones skills that transcend academia. For instance, exploring epistemology, the study of knowledge, cultivates a more discerning attitude towards information, enhancing one's ability to critically evaluate claims and evidence. Delving into the realm of ethics can deepen moral understanding, fostering more thoughtful decision-making processes. Russell's own life was a vivid illustration of applying philosophical thought beyond theoretical boundaries. Throughout his career, he applied philosophy to the pressing issues of his era. During World War I, he became a vocal anti-war activist, a stance that led to his dismissal from Cambridge University. Yet, Russell remained committed, using his philosophy-driven perspective to challenge lingering norms in education, marriage, and society during the 1920s and 1930s. His ideas, often controversial, ignited meaningful debates and invited public scrutiny. Even amidst the turbulence of World War II, Russell didn't cease to engage in philosophical discourse. His return to academia in the United States brought new controversies due to his outspoken views on morality and religion. In the post-war years, he emerged as a powerful advocate for nuclear disarmament, co-founding the Pugwash conferences which sought to mitigate the risks of international conflict. This commitment to a peaceful future contributed to his receipt of the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1950. Russell's journey, from a groundbreaking philosopher to a leading voice in public affairs, underscores the tangible, enduring value of philosophical inquiry. Until his death in 1970, he continued to confront societal issues like the Vietnam War and the cultural shifts of the 1960s with intellectual rigor. His legacy exemplifies how the pursuit of intellectual humility and critical thought can foster a life imbued with purpose and meaningful engagement.
As you conclude your exploration of the problems of philosophy, it's clear that Bertrand Russell's work extends far beyond abstract theorizing. It reshapes how we understand reality and our place within it by prompting critical inquiry into our perceptions and beliefs. Russell cautions against complacency, urging us to scrutinize what we claim to know and to recognize the limits and possibilities of human knowledge. The debates on idealism versus realism and the role of universals elucidate the underlying structures of our thoughts and communications. Ultimately, Russell's philosophy serves as a call to broaden our intellectual landscapes, employing critical thought to navigate the complexities of existence. Through his eyes, philosophy becomes not just an academic pursuit but a valuable tool for living a more examined, aware, and engaged life, ready to confront the challenges of any era.